Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Did you guys miss me? Well, I had to take a couple days off with Christmas right around the corner. It's been very busy lately, and to be honest, and as I mentioned in a previous video, I've got literally thousands of emails backed up in my Secure Team inbox that I've been going through, and let me tell you, I've got enough material and crazy stuff to show you to create at least 10 to 20 more videos just from the emails and some of the stuff I've been sent over the past couple weeks. So we're going to have a lot of videos coming out, one after the other, so definitely be sure that you're subscribed. And while we're on that topic, I've been getting a lot of messages from people who are saying that they are subscribed, but that they haven't been getting notifications. Furthermore, I've even gotten messages from people who have been subscribed to me and then found that YouTube had unsubscribed them from my channel. So something very strange going on here. And what with this new war on so-called, quote, fake news that has been spreading, I mean, it's a firestorm. If you guys watch the news lately, basically the mainstream media has now found a very clever way of attacking alternative news, such as myself and others, whether it be Alex Jones or really any type of alternative news that does not jive with the government and the mainstream media. Well, they've now lumped all of us into one simple category, and that is aka fake news. So if you have a differing opinion from the mainstream and what you are reporting on or talking about does not jive with a certain agenda or a certain political system, then you are simply labeled as a fake news source, and we have begun to see widespread censorship across the web. Facebook, Twitter, along with a ton of different politicians, are now in talks with each other and are in the process of making plans to, I shit you not, censor alternative news sources, purge them from the search engines, ban and delete their pages from social media, and really do anything they can to quiet us down. And I gotta tell you, I'm already starting to feel the ripples from this, as are many other alternative media, YouTubers, websites, you name it. So all I can tell you guys is to be sure to check back on the channel, even if you're subscribed. Be sure to just stop over a couple times, maybe throughout your day, just to see if we've posted a new video, because apparently people are not getting their notifications, and it's happening more and more. So with that, let's go ahead and begin today's video with some stories we're going to go ahead and catch up on if you haven't seen them yet. The first one we want to start off with is this very strange perfect sphere cloud sighted in the skies over Japan recently, and what has been dubbed by some, as this story has gone viral, as the Death Star cloud, referring to the Death Star from the fictional movie Star Wars. So this cloud here, as I guess you would call it, really did alarm quite a lot of people over in Japan when they saw this, because something so perfect, perfectly spherical, perfectly round, is just not something you usually see in terms of clouds. And indeed, when you look online and try to find similar spherical clouds like this, you really don't get a whole lot of images. Now granted, there's a whole list of different types of strange cloud shapes, and I'll give you that. But when you try to find ones that are in the shape of a perfect sphere like we're seeing here, other examples of this really are far and in between. So this strange circular cloud, or what some people are calling a cloaked UFO, because again, it really did alarm people, and the pictures that you're seeing here don't even do this thing justice, because these were snapped just as this thing started to lose its perfect shape. So what you're seeing here, and it looks pretty perfect to me, is actually not the original. It's not as perfect as the original was before anyone took any pictures. So it appeared above a train station, and a person on social media took to Twitter and posted about this bizarre incident, which was spotted at the Shannon-dae station at 3 p.m. this past Sunday. He said that he was stunned by this and that it gave him chills, because it was such a one-of-a-kind sighting. And I mean, I can understand why. Many observers apparently have remained worried about it, and whether the phenomenon was a bad omen. And so this thing has gone viral. And I guess my question to you guys is, Have you ever seen such a perfect spherical cloud before? Just a lone sphere sitting in the sky. And again, it was even more perfect than this, as witnesses who saw it said that they took so long staring at it that they completely forgot to take their phone out to take a picture, and only then, once it started to lose its shape, did they finally snap out of it and take a picture. But, I mean, it still looks perfect to me, so it's very, very strange. Wanted to see what you guys think. This thing has gone viral across the web. And we've done plenty of videos in the past about UFOs that have been spotted, I kid you not, taking the shapes of clouds. And if you followed the channel, you'll know that to be true, and you've seen the footage and the images. We've witnessed objects that cloak themselves, either within or as what look like clouds, but that are hiding something much more. And you absolutely have to suspend belief when it comes to this research, because nothing is impossible, and the strangeness, it just keeps growing by the day. So let me know what you guys think about that. Now, another breaking story is of what looks like some sort of solid object that was captured in a Hubble telescope photograph of the Orion Nebula. A nebula, of course, is a giant cloud of gas and dust in outer space. Sometimes you may notice these in the night sky against the vast blackness of the sky, and you'll notice a faintly bright patch that just is sort of illuminated in the darkness, and more often than not, you're seeing one of these nebula. So here is the photograph of the Orion Nebula that was snapped by the Hubble telescope, and I'll link to this image down in the video description. This image is actually 18,000 by 18,000 pixels. So this is a very high resolution image that gives you the capability to really zoom in far on this thing. So we've got the image here in Photoshop, and we'll just go ahead and zoom in here on the object in question that has been found and is also now causing some controversy online, because it definitely looks like a sort of a cigar-shaped artificial object. So we're going ahead and zooming in now, and here is the object right here. And you'll notice how it sort of just sticks out of this large pink and purple cloud of dust here. And as we are zooming in on it, it looks like, a small cigar-shaped brown object. It looks like a cigar. And it would look to have some light reflecting off of it. It would look to be solid, have some sort of structural depth and dimensions to it. And is what some are saying looks like one of these massive interstellar ships that have been, a topic in ufology for years, since the beginning, and it's been brought up countless times. And we've certainly seen evidence of this. We've posted about these massive, again, cylindrical cigar-shaped crafts that have been spotted by probes of ours proliferating near the planet Saturn, sitting within its ring system, and at some points almost looking to create some of the rings around Saturn. There's a great book about this called The Ring Makers of Saturn. You can find it online, download it. It's very hard to find an original copy of that book. It's worth thousands of dollars if you are able to find it. But, there's been a lot of talk about these massive interstellar ships that are on the outskirts of our solar system, out in interstellar space, and that really space is filled with other beings, other alien and interstellar military craft that monitor or protect or are just proliferating in different parts of space and our galaxy. We recently did a video where we were listing some of the most talked about secret space mission conspiracies, one of which was something called Solar Warden. And if you don't know, according to the Solar Warden theory, there is a secret fleet of spaceships that keeps a permanent presence in and outside of our solar system. Now, theories differ as to the purpose of this top-secret space fleet. Some believe that it patrols the outer reaches of space and defends us against any would-be alien attacks. Others believe that the project is being used to colonize parts of the solar system, possibly for the so-called elite. So we have stories on both sides, where some of these ships would actually be ours and are manned by human beings from Earth. Others that we've seen out in space through various pieces of telescopic footage that are of such a sheer size. And I'm talking, some of these things miles, if not hundreds of miles in length and are so large that there's no possible way they could have been created by anything on Earth. Back to this image. Let me know what you guys think. It's definitely a strange object. It stands out. For something that's just a giant grouping of gases out in space, it's kind of strange that such a perfectly, sharp cigar shape would be able to come out of such random floating gases. So could we possibly be seeing evidence of one of these massive interstellar craft? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll put the link to this down below. Download it, check it out for yourselves. Now, lastly, before we end today's video, we actually have somewhat of a breaking news story that I wanted to tell you guys about. We unfortunately don't have any footage of this yet, mind you, but this just broke. But we've got a news story here where a UFO was reported to have been seen 1,000 feet in the sky before hurtling towards Earth. And it was seen flying above an airliner just this past Monday, as reported by the National Sea Rescue Institute. And what we know thus far is that, quote, a Boeing 737 cargo aircraft captain and co-pilot flying from Cape Town International Airport to Port Elizabeth International Airport reported seeing what appeared to be a green object increasing in altitude past the cockpit of their airplane, reaching to about 1,000 feet into the clouds above them, and then returning towards Earth at high speed past the cockpit before going out of sight. The sighting was reported to air traffic control at Port Elizabeth International Airport, who requested the assistance of local military to investigate the possibility that maybe another aircraft could have been maybe in difficulty. But from everything they've seen, this was likely not another civilian or commercial aircraft. It's noted that they monitored the matter throughout the night, and the green object has not been seen since, and there are no other reports of anyone or craft overdue or missing. It's reported that the incident occurred about 10 nautical miles off of the Jeffreys Bay shore. At first, it was thought that the object was a green parachute flare, but this was ruled out because flares cannot reach that height. Lastly, the report states that, quote, no further reports of sightings have been received, and the incident remains a mystery. So again, this is just breaking. Never a shortage of strange happenings across the world, and these types of sightings being witnessed by airliners or happening near airliners have certainly been ramping up over the past couple of years. And it would seem that our skies are full of activity of an unknown kind. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know about this, and I'm going to dig around and see what more I can find. So let me know what you guys think about everything we've spoken about today. As I said, be sure to stay tuned, check back with the channel, make sure you're still subscribed, and I will be posting much more very, very soon. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to work, and I'll see you back here in just a bit. Stay safe, guys. We'll be right back.